Right, welcome, Wichita Falls Wildcats fans. Hope you're enjoying your day. I'm Alex Von Coydle, the voice of your Wichita Falls Wildcats, and I'm joined by Wildcats head coach John LaFontaine. Coach, really appreciate your time.
Anytime, buddy. Anytime, Alex.
So, Coach, quite the season you guys are having. This might be the best hockey the Wildcats have ever played. 9 straight wins ever since the home loss against Topeka over a month ago. The team has looked incredible. Did that loss serve an important purpose in maybe giving the guys a bit of a reality check?
Well, it's interesting because we a 9-game winning streak, but early in that was a 2-second tying goal and then a overtime goal, so that could have stopped the streak pretty quickly. Amarillo, close game, a couple obviously close games against Lone Star, and they're very tough. But the guys are playing very strong. They're playing together, and I think that loss was probably a good point. They didn't leave a good taste in their mouth. It was our first loss at home, and I think the guys knew that they really took it to us. We didn't deserve to win that game, and want to get in that position again. So good for them.
Right. Speaking of Topeka, how about their play of late? They also have 9 straight wins. The last time they lost was against the Wildcats in that same weekend. I seem to recall you knowing Topeka was going to turn things around after a bit of an average start to their campaign this year. How did you know this was coming?
Well, we played them early, and then we watched them a couple times in the Blaine showcase, and you could see they were right there. And then they had to go on a run to play a really tough, really good Springfield team, and played them 8 or 10 times. They got to play them again this weekend, but you could just see that they kept getting over the hump against them. They kept splitting, and then you just knew that they were going to be a good team. Scott Langer does a great job every year. Topeka's at or near the top, and they're tough to play against. His teams compete hard. They don't give you a lot. They're right in your face. So they play a lot like we do. We're very similar teams, and so you just knew that they were going to get it together. And of course, Scott wasn't with the team for the first couple months because of a really bad case of pneumonia. So he's now getting to be with them on a consistent basis as of a couple months ago, and they've shown that.
A rivalry certainly worth keeping an eye on in the coming months. Both teams playing exceptional hockey of late, and of course the recent history between itself. But turning our attention now to another rival, the Lone Star Brahmas. Talk about a grind. You're approaching mid-season. They've got the stingiest team, really, or defense, I guess you could say, in the league. They've allowed fewer goals than anyone up to this point in the season, and now you guys are playing them 6 games in a row. So you say this might be the biggest challenge the Wildcats will face this season, schedule-wise?
I would think so, Alex. We this will be number 7, 8, and 9 against them this half. We do have a stretch in the second half we looked at that where we got to go to Topeka, go to Odessa for 3, and then come back and play Topeka again. So that might be as tough as it gets as well. But no, playing them 6 in a row, it doesn't get any tougher. They are just so tough to play against, and you hit it on the button. They don't allow much opportunity. They're very tough to play against. They're very tough to generate much offense against. So we feel fortunate, so far against them, and if you just let up just a little, they will take advantage of it. So we're going to have to play the same, if not better, this weekend to have success against them.
And you hit the nail on the head there, Coach. This is a Brahmas team that's very adamant about the way it plays. They're well coached. They're very disciplined, and they've dominated some other teams around the league that they've played this year. For example, they're 9-1 against the Amarillo Bulls this season, but they're just 1-4-1 against the Wildcats. It seems like you guys might have their number this season. What is it about the Wildcats that has helped them to attain a level of success that no other team has been able to do in recent memory against this team?
I can tell you the first goal is huge in any game that you see. When we lost earlier to Amarillo, they got the first couple and we just couldn't come back, and it was the same against Topeka. Getting that first goal is huge, and we've been fortunate enough to be ready to play in the first period, and we've been fortunate enough to get that first goal, and that seems to determine the game a lot from there, because then there's a little bit of panic to try to get it back on the other side. So we've got to continue to come out ready to play and hopefully be able to get that first one in.
And stand coming up against the Brahmas, as you mentioned, this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Your first 3-game homestand or series even this season, and it comes against a team which is clearly frustrated of late, especially with you guys. What are your thoughts on this weekend?
Well, I mean, it's going to be a carryover from last weekend. You know, they really turned it up a notch on Saturday. They came at our net hard, and you know they've made some adjustments that make it very tough to play. They like to cut back in the offensive zone now, and they're really good at finding the other side of the ice, and they exploited us a little bit this past weekend, and we were fortunate to get some big saves at timely moments, and then the guys slowly adjusted, and I thought we had some good third periods against them, but you can't let up. They're going to be firing on all cylinders. They're not a team that is used to, you know, I don't know if they lost 2 games in a row all last year, and
Right.
so for them, we're gonna see their best shot this weekend for sure.
Well, we hope to see your best shot this weekend as well. We know you guys won't disappoint. Lots of church youth groups expected to be in attendance Thursday night. We're very much looking forward to that, of course, to hosting them and entertaining them, and of course the fans on Friday and Saturday night as well. So, Coach, again, we really appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Alex.